Onto our ice, which I appreciate is not a rock, but it kind of falls within the same carving category. So I started with this tall wedge offcut, and I want to be absolutely clear, you really need a sharp knife for this. So change your blade. You might even have to change it part way through because, you'll see why you need that later on. But we're going to start by just carving in some ledges. We're not trying to get the depth in terms of taking anything away from the foam at the moment. We're just marking out where these ledges are going to be. And these are going to be more angular and fractured rather than curvy. You can have a bit of a curve, but mainly you want to be working with kind of more with angles than anything else. Now, you're going to do it along one side, and then you're going to continue that line, however you would like to, and you're going to go around the whole surface. If you decide to draw this if you decide to create like a spire type thing, which I'm doing, you can use the same sort of skills to make cliffs as you can with any of these. But yeah, just join that all the way around. And then we're going to be doing long, smooth cuts. So you can see me cutting into the surface here and just using like the long part of the blade rather than the point. And we're really trying to make these as smooth as possible. And you'll see in a minute that I realized that the cuts I was making weren't smooth enough. So I went actually away and changed my blade partway through doing this. It's almost like I've been making rocks all weekend. See, a cut like that is what you want, where you are seeing it all pretty smoothly, or it's okay to have a kind of couple of kind of horizontal lines in it, but we don't want the stuff that I'm about to cut off here, because when you look at ice in real life, it's smooth. It's about as smooth a thing as you could possibly wish. So a little bit of texture is fine, but we don't want any of that kind of knobbly stuff that you're seeing me cut off. So once you've kind of created the kind of shape that you want, and you've cut the kind of wedges and ledges as you're seeing me doing here, it will be important to kind of go back around and make sure you haven't got any of those little kind of scuffy marks and things like that, because that just simply wouldn't occur within ice. And you can also see as I'm going around that I'm like adding a little bit more detail in places, but mostly what we're doing is we're just kind of cutting these ledges in, and then just kind of shaping the vertical edges after that, because it can end up looking a little bit square and boxy otherwise. So you can see me just taking that kind of 90-degree and just gently smoothing it off, and always making sure that I'm keeping the planes of it as smooth as I can. You'll also have deep cracks which appear within ice, so I'm pushing the knife in quite far here, and I was creating these kind of crevasses like that. So I did quite a few of those across the entirety of the thing, and that's pretty much what it ends up looking like, to look like that. On now to ice, which I appreciate is not a rock, and weirdly it starts with a black undercoat. From there, going to take some mid blue. I'm going to do a vertical stroke on the working from the bottom to the top, trying not to get into the recesses of like the bottom of the ledges. So it kind of looks a little bit like that. Then I'm going for a light blue, and this is kind of using a brush which has been previously completely massacred, and I'm going vertically. I'm just starting slightly higher up each ledge. Now, if you want to know how I carved any of these, then there is a video on my Patreon all about that, so go and check that out. But back to the painting. So Calidor Sky is what I use next, and I'm using like a stippling motion, again starting very slightly higher up. Basically, with each different plane that you're painting, you're just working a little bit higher up with each brightening color. So next up, it's Calgar Blue, and I'm stippling again, once again, starting just a little bit higher up each plane. You'll start to see there on the left-hand side of the bottom, that gradient is beginning to take effect. From there, it went to Hueth Blue, again stippling, and again starting just a little bit higher up, and just going through every single plane in exactly the same. So every single face is being painted in exactly the same way. And you can just see how it kind of comes together as I'm going through this kind of time-lapsing. But yeah, doing that on every single face. Now I'm doing a vertical this isn't a dry brush. I'm using a dry brush because of the nature of it, but because I didn't want to have a brush that was full of paint. But I'm putting some paint on with the dry brush and then working vertically upwards because I want it almost to look kind of streaky, because that's the sort of like texture that you start to see on ice. So just working again bottom up to the top, and you can see it starting to look. This is when it's the first time it's really starting to look actually icy, and that's what it ends up looking like. And then once that's dry, did exactly the same thing again, but starting once again much higher up. So I'm starting, just maybe 15% of the way down from each ridge with that same white dry brushing technique, going bottom to top. It's all about bottom to top with this shades of blue that gets progressively lighter until you reach white, and then finishing up by just doing a white highlight on each of the ledge edges, and that's all of the painting that needs to be done on that, and just some white, just kind of any of the vertical edges will require a white highlight as well. But yeah, you can see how it's just slowly come together, and then the white just, like, takes it up to actually looking like ice. Now, one thing optional here is you can cover the whole thing in gloss medium, and this will give it a sheen because, as you well know, ice can be kind of shiny. So I covered it in gloss medium, and once that was dry, I used some Valhalla Blizzard, which is a snow effect paint from Citadel, just putting a little bit on each ledge and just dragging it out. So anywhere you think that ice or snow might have been caught up, put some of that Valhalla Blizzard on, or use another snow effect.